Welcome back to Hope, Will, and Compassion with your host, Morgan. Are you a teacher, a paraprofessional, a teacher's aide, a counselor, an interventionist, a specialist of some kind, and you now need to make a remote learning classroom at home? Well, stay tuned. That's what we're going to do today on Hope, Will, and Compassion. My hope with this video is to do a very minimalist and quick, easy setup to get a person started. Now, the next thing is picking a place or being forced to use a place in your home. So I grew up a New York City kid and I had a New York City apartment and space was limited back then. And so I can only imagine other people like myself living in a really tight space and making the best with what you have. And so I'm going to be using basically a 4-foot wall by 3 foot 3 inches high, give or take. But let's see what we can create just using this space and getting people started. A dry eraser board, we got it for $15 at Staples. Bulletin board paper, each costing $10. This is some interesting stuff. This is cork board and it comes in 4 pieces and you're able to stick it on the wall. Got these binder pockets. Borders came from the dollar store. And then finally got these pocket chart schedules. And they're only $1 at Dollar Tree. Welcome back, everybody. This is the virtual classroom we ended up designing. When I say we, I mean my wife and myself. And I have to say that this would not have been possible without my wife's help and her years of experience. So what was the game changer and what made us go back and forth a bit was this. And this is what helped in our solution. It's command strips, but they're the Velcro kind, and they can hold up to 16 pounds. So everything behind me here is held up by these Velcro. So like a jigsaw puzzle, it can be moved around and pieced around to the way you want it. I said 16 pounds, it's holding that up, my drawing pad, and a day's agenda board. Hands off, it's still standing. You can even have some items up there, or you could just use it as the dry erase. So, Dollar Tree option, which was this schedule here, using it, for example, as a vocabulary builder, also to do and knowledge to be taken, written up there. Cork board. Really felt this was really interesting. As you can see, it doesn't come framed. When you buy it at Staples, you could even cut this to customize the space that you want. I remember even times in classrooms where people would have a strip of this underneath the board and just thumbtack some things to it. So I hope you like the setup. I just want to say vocabulary words. I have a time on task up here with a rubric explaining the time on task, and here's something visual. So again, if you were using a laptop, maybe you'd want to have a table up here where it rises up to about this spot, getting your face, trying to focus it in, because if I wanted to, I could stand up, I could start talking about the vocabulary words. I would of course have the image come up closer, but then I would also be able to just remove. This is the worksheet that I'd like you guys to be looking for electronically in your computers. And I would say it looks just like this. And then you can move on to the next thing. And it's like, if they can't see the vocabulary word, just even come up. This is the vocabulary word that we're going to be working with. I also think the visual for the time task, I do have paper clips on it, or indicating what level they're at. I could move the camera to it even closer. Anyway, again, I just was hoping for a quick video. I hope this helped. I hope this is inspiring some ideas. Again, I really recommend those Velcro strips in order for you to be able to change out how you want it to look. Thank you very much. I hope this was a help. I hope this is inspired. If you'd like to leave a comment, if you would like to ask a question, please, by all means, I will get back to you. And again, like always, if this video was helpful and you liked it, please click the like and subscribe button. I would really... While you're looking closer at the wall and its components, I wanted to talk about video conferencing etiquette, which I really think is important and important for using in a virtual classroom. So I did come across a webinar and an article that I think is even better than the webinar, but I'm going to put the links to the descriptions below, both the webinar and the article. The article is called 8 Best Practices for Video Conferencing Etiquette by thevault.com.
Step 1, or number 1, prepare on time. So basically make sure that all your equipment is working before you actually go onto your virtual classroom. This way there's no pause moments and nothing to worry about in just doing your class. 2, pay attention to the camera angle. This is really important because you're going to want to have the camera raised up. So even if you're using a laptop, I use books to have it come up higher. 3, look straight at the camera. This way it gives a more personal touch in having eye-to-eye contact, and it looks like to the person on the other end on the monitor that you're actually talking to them. 4, adjust the environment and make it look professional. For teachers, this is why I've created this wall, and I want people to get an idea. I think this is what would look professional for people within the schools. 5, eliminate background noise. So for example, I'm using a microphone right now. I know this is really hard to do at times, but it's best just to try to do your best. Number 6, dress professionally. And this is why you saw me at one point wearing a shirt and tie, because I really do want to come off as, this is our profession, this is how I would like to conduct myself, and this is the expectation. 7, avoid multitasking. So try not to get too involved in things, and that's why it's also good to have a schedule and bit by bit, so it breaks down the process for you and your students. Finally, 8, don't interrupt and ask questions via live chat. This is where that chat comes in handy. Even in a Zoom conferencing, students can post their questions and you can answer their questions later.
Until next time, everybody, be seeing you.